Now, are you ready? You're
Ready to go.
born ready. Okay. Welcome back. Now, my guest. You've seen him on iCarly. You saw him on today's show. Reed Alexander, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Now, how are you faring during this crazy times we're living in?
Crazy indeed, right? I mean, this is unprecedented. Fortunately, I am fine. Thank you for asking, James. I mean, as you can see behind me, this is sort of an unusual and eclectic background. This is not my home. I'm in a rental home far away from New York City, which is where I live. And I'm in Rhode Island, which has been a great place to get out of the chaos of New York. And I feel tremendously for my friends and loved ones who are in the city right now because it's a tough time there. But it's a tough time across our country and around the world. I'm fortunately healthy and fine, and I'm with my family, and they're healthy and fine. But I know a lot of people that have gotten sick from this, and it's very tough.
Very tough times. What have you been doing for your own mental sanity, like all of us, to keep busy during these times?
I've luckily been keeping really busy, and it's definitely fed my sense of calm and focus. I think if I didn't have much to do, I might be going a little bonkers. I've been reporting because, as you said at the top, I'm a journalist now, and I've been a journalist for a long time. Previously at CNN in Hong Kong, where I covered world news, and then the Wall Street Journal in New York, and now at Columbia University. And I've also launched a news site of my own called The Pivot, where I've been covering news and features about this, because I really think what we're living through right now is a pivot point in the way we live and the way we function and the way society works that will last long beyond the virus. This is going to have a ricochet of effects that will cascade, I really believe, for years to come. So I'm writing some of those stories on the pivot right now. And I wake up every day and my schedule is pretty regimented. I take a walk around the neighborhood and get some fresh air and go down to the water. And then I come back and I just start working. But in this day and age, it is serviceable to get through a crisis like this from your living room as a reporter, using Zoom and on the phone and doing FaceTime and social media. And we've just never been through a period in time in our history where we've been able to do that.
Yeah, because journalists, like we could see, I'm going to mention it, the daily press briefings at the White House. We see journalists going there every day. The White House correspondents.
That's true.
They're part of the front lines. So whenever
They
we
are going there, and as I understand it, they're taking steps to engage in social distancing. And if you look at Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York, he has his daily press conference, and he's got some reporters there as well. And they're seated several feet apart from one another. I mean, look, it's a risk, going outside of your house right now, frankly, is a risk. And it's a risk that people need to judge. I will say journalists have an element of self-sacrifice, particularly like combat reporters and conflict reporters who go into war zones. And this is very much like that. And that can be horrifying that that's the case in our country. So all of us should be asking ourselves a serious question. For every story we think we can get by going out, can we do the same story indoors? And the question shouldn't be, well, can we do it as well? Or can we get more scenes or get more interviews if we go out? That's all extra. It should be, can you do something serviceable in your home, staying inside, staying away from people, and engaging in social distancing? And if the answer is yes, which 99.9% of the time it will be, then you don't go out. And if the answer is no, and the 0.01% of the time that it won't be, well, maybe you just shouldn't do the story.
Before we go, I appreciate you being here. What fun, exciting things have you been doing to try to keep yourself sane? Because I bet everyone would like to hear what Reed Alexander is doing to keep.
Would they? Oh God. Well, it might be a little
I've been
overwhelming.
sharing it on my show too. Like everyone, like I've been sharing. Like I've been to CVS once, and then I
Right.
touched touch Oreos and Milanos. I'm like,
Scouting
oh, now I have to buy both of them.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, considering that just a few months ago we were all traveling and planning our plans for the summer, and all of that's gone out the window. For fun right now, I think I'm sort of in the same boat as everybody else. It's the small stuff, right? Like it's going for walks, watching movies. I've been reading really interesting. I mean, people might not think that what I read is fun, but I've been reading a book about the Chinese Communist Party and how the Politburo Standing Committee works and how they choose their new leadership. But listen, I find it very, very interesting. So I've been doing things like that and then working. But I don't know if anyone has any suggestions for ways that I can inject some more fun into this. Maybe I should make a puzzle. I know that's been popular. I've dug up Angry Birds, and I've been playing Angry Birds, which I haven't played in a very long time. So I guess things like that.
That's good. Anything to keep your head above water, I think, is good. Well,
Gotta stay collected right now. We need to stay cool.
yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for being here.